Welcome to the Molybdenum Software Show. So, did you see the progress I made? Did you see that crazy implementation I managed to pull off?
I briefly looked at, I think you showed it via PR you sent me, and I was like, ooh, that was an interesting way to do it.
I'm glad I don't have to think of a different way of
It's
doing
not,
it.
I hadn't thought of doing it that way. I would have just, um, I imagine doing it by like a recursive function that just it consumed tags and spit out a tree, and you run it over and over, and it would spit out and then give you like a continuation, something like that. But
Well, it is something like that,
yeah, it is something like that.
but it iterates from it in reverse,
Yeah.
and then it slices the list of orphans at the point where it's like the first non greater than orphan, and
Yeah, I haven't done a
it
lot of
seems to
list
work.
manipulation in Nix. It definitely is not very, or it's not the, it's not the language of choice for list manipulation.
So we have that, and I use that to make a tree structure navigation in Docstra.
Nice.
And then I said, okay, let's document the options that Docstra provides. And
The
maybe even
module,
the module system options that Docstra, because that's how it is used via module system options.
um, have you gotten very far on that? I haven't looked at any of what you've done there.
Uh, Not very, I mean, go ahead, take a
I'll pull
look.
it up
There's a branch.
because it would be really cool if it can take its own module system and then spit out a bunch of documentation. Um, I assume it's just using it's using the eval modules, right? Module system just from Nix packages.
Yes,
Gotcha. Because it'd
that's
be
what
very
they all
cool if
do.
it can take any Nix packages module and spit out docs for it. Because I'd love to
Not
do
a
that,
module, a configuration.
or either, I guess.
Because you don't get the options until you have a configuration, an evaluated config.
Um. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like dot options. You can't evaluate
Yes.
that until you've evaluated the entire config. Gotcha. Wait, if I eval just dot options, that evaluates the entirety of config. If I like eval
No.
modules,
Well, it's all lazy. It's lazy
yeah,
at
that's
depth as well, right? So if
yeah,
you evaluate only dot options, then you get, I suppose, the list of attributes on that, and their values will be thunks.
right. Can you access the config through dot options?
You cannot access the config through dot options, but you can access the values of all the options.
Oh, okay. I have not
The
spelunk
values,
too much into there.
it's like another way to access the values of options is via the options themselves.
Yeah, I saw it's like the options I don't know if this was added more recently, but there is it's dot like value location, values with locations or something like that. Um, you have declarations with locations, but you also have values with locations, which is very nice. I've been using that.
Want to see
Yeah,
the branch?
absolutely. I pulled up the GitHub repo on my machine. I can just share my screen. Oh no. Oh, this is the next moment. Hold on. I updated to 2511 and now my Chrome has no font rendering. But that wasn't really a problem because I'm just using it for, hold on, entire screen. I don't know what I'm sharing. I don't use Chrome for anything else. Oh, here we go. I gotta send you a screenshot of this. Is actually hilarious what this looks like. Here's what I'm trying to.
There is simply no text.
Yeah, it's all the text is just simply not rendered. Oh, here we go. Okay. Share middle monitor. All right, I found it. Okay, that took a minute. Can make it a little bigger. What did you want to? I think I saw the pull request. I can look through.
There is no PR for this. There's a branch. There's a mob branch.
There's a mob branch.
That. Nix packages module system.
Ooh, nice.
Why don't you check it out?
Yeah. Oh. I think we're in the middle of solving. All right. Oh.
It's not quite there. It's in the mob branch. I suggest
Oh, it's not.
check out.
Oh, mob slash. How does that?
Check it out like not detached, but not the
Gotcha.
mob slash. Check out the base branch.
Check out the base branch. Not when you say base branch.
That.
This. Okay, I should be here.
And then do mob start.
Oh, mob s. Okay.
Build
All right,
the.
let me take a look at the git log. Okay, here's master. Oh wait, these commits are not. Or yeah, git diff. Version master, okay. Wait, I thought we had I remember there being a module system at Tiger Sprint. NixOS module system result. Is this exported? Wait. Docs, pages, options, Nix packages module system.
That is a new adder tag.
Pages. Oh, okay. What does this do?
It's for documenting a configuration.
Okay, so when a page has this attribute Nix packages module system, it it's handled over in here. Okay. Oh,
Yes.
and I assume this calls config dot. Oh, oh, okay. So this is what handles it.
Yes.
What happens when we build right now? When we build the dev page?
Go ahead.
Or when we build this?
Try it.
Try it?
Yes.
Alright, what
Do the watching or do the normal build.
I'm just gonna do normal build. Is it a website? Yep.
I
Hold on,
think so.
wait, what? Oh, alright. This isn't a dev shell, right? It's live server result. Okay. Or okay. Oh, look at that. Nice. Oh, it pulls in the class. Oh, this is pretty neat. What happens if you give it all of like NixOS? Does it work?
Sure.
Mm. I assume it just generates an enormous page.
No, we're not supposed to document NixOS here. These are the options from Dockstra.
Nice. That's cool.
One thing you may notice,
What is that?
the descriptions are markdown source.
I did notice that. How does that work?
Well, that's the source of truth.
That's the source of truth?
Yes, the
What do you mean?
description of an option is by definition a markdown value.
The description is by definition a markdown value? Hold on.
Yes.
Dev or impl modules. So like, oh, where's it good? Is it?
What are you looking for?
I wanted to just find the modules for all
I
these
don't
modules.
think any options here are provided with a description.
Oh, I see. So then how are you pulling in, because here's the definition, right, of the option.
Yes.
How do you pull in the, or how do you pull in this?
Well,
Or does this just come in from,
take a look at the take a look at what this option is.
the
It's underscore
args option?
module args.
Yeah, how
This
does that
is
work?
this is a built-in option.
Oh, and this just comes with the markdown?
Yes.
Gotcha. And then, okay, module, yeah, so these are a lot of just, I see.
Perhaps they should be filtered out.
It's a good question. I don't. Yeah, maybe actually it is. It is weird to have like for NixOS like a bunch of stuff about NixOS in here
Well,
for
they do
HTML, but I mean it
say
is stuff you
internal.
can pass. How is it internally tagged? How does this get on the option? Is this just another
Internal
property?
and read only are both arguments, siblings of type and description.
Sibling of typing. Oh, I didn't know that. Huh.
By default, they are false.
What does read only mean exactly? The definition has to be in the option or something?
Yes, in the default,
Mm.
via default, and that's it.
Hmm.
I suppose. I mean, what's the alternative to that? I'm not sure there's an alternative to that.
Oh, is read only not part of Nix packages modules?
It is.
Oh, I've never I haven't run into it before. Huh. Today I learned.
It is frequently used together with internal, but not necessarily.
Gotcha.
Internal is read only is frequent. For example, let's say that your module system implementation, your configuration is for the purpose of providing some derivation to the user.
Yeah, I've
Based
had
on
plenty
all
of
those
options where the value is computed and isn't intended to be user settable.
Right.
But I don't think I caught the read only bit. Makes sense though. Huh.
So I give it a little bit of style, just enough to make it readable.
It looks pretty
Separate
readable.
between the options, and I put the markdown descriptions raw as is, did not convert them to HTML.
Right.
And I made them render like code.
Yeah, I see that.
So there's a bunch of to-dos there.
Yeah. Oh, just in making this look more presentable.
Yes, and solving problems like, okay, well, should we there's a whole bunch of questions, design questions as well, like, well, what is the purpose of this? Sometimes you want to provide a documentation of the options.
Right.
Sometimes you want to provide the values as well.
Right.
I never saw that use case, but I think it's possible.
Yeah, the values, I can see two really different use cases. One is like you can basically use this to easily document any NixOS module, like automatically. But it also might be handy for like debugging your own use of a NixOS module.
Mm-hmm.
I can imagine seeing this would be handy if it also like if I could click this and or maybe not this, but it also had like what the value is, where the value is defined, and stuff like that.
It's not that simple because, like, these are, like, for example, you see content types name module args.
Yeah.
Well, that represents any number of different attributes, and therefore the actual the value. So this is kind of collapsed. This is a collapsed list, and for values you'd have to build a different structure. And also, this is not the use case that we have in
those are two very different use cases. Is one to present docs, and one which would be kind of interesting is to render like a debugger view of a resolved system.
And it comes with its own problems that I've explored before. So let's put that on a shelf. And but there's another. So there's a list of to-dos, and also I've put many of them in the code as to-do comments. But there's another thing that has been bothering me, and it's with our tooling.
Yeah.
If you remember, uh, neither of those live server implementations that we've tried triggers a reload when a rebuild occurs,
Right. Yeah.
and that's been bothering me because I like fast feedback loops. I don't want to keep reloading the page manually when I work.
I gotta agree with that. I thought we were looking at the
Optimize.
Rust one, and I remember it.
Yes,
So
I
live dash.
it it has an issue reported against it that originated in its use in Nix packages.
Makes sense.
But and like it's closed, but what do you know? I don't think it's actually working.
Wait, I thought it was closed with a. Let's see what the PR was. This is the right one, right?
Yes.
It's Rust, yeah. Okay.
Yes, the first one.
And here's okay. What version was? Oh, nice. Let's see. This was fixed in what commit? Watch the root path. Let's see.
No, 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 no.
Is huh? Then wait, which do they have release versions in here? How are these versions decided? I mean, there's this. But it doesn't look like there's a. This is one.
I didn't notice that the solution is to use the poll flag.
It might be. I'm not sure though. Let me see. I don't know where the Nix packages version 0.11.0. Oh yeah, that's the latest. Okay. What does Nix search show? Oh, I see. Okay. But why do I have this?
Because that is not the Rust one. That's
Oh,
the
am I running? Oh,
Node
this
one.
one right here is the Node one. Ah, okay. That's why I was getting a little confused. All right. Oh, where is my server? Oh, all the way over here. Okay. Ah, that makes sense. All right. Well, let me. Wait. Oh, I don't need. Oh. All right. It looks like we can probably either there's already a way for the Rust live server to do it, or we might want to just like.
Do you want to try with the poll flag?
Yeah. Here, I'll try with the poll. Yeah. And if that does not work, it might be worth just like submitting a patch. All right, let me make some changes. What's this page will should update. HTML. Okay. Website. Oh, I keep forgetting. There we go. Okay. Okay, that looks right. All right, let's see what happens. I would also auto opens the browser. So it should. I don't know what rate it's. Oh, okay. Well, it's supposed to reload the page when it detects a change.
Yes.
Does it have like a WebSocket connection open? How's it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh. Okay. Doesn't look like it.
It is conclusive.
Seems to be. Let's see how they're detecting.
I've looked at this project.
Yeah. Are you not convinced?
I did not see the implementation. I saw that there are no tests for there are no tests for live reloading at all. There are tests for serving content, but all these tests are kind of wrong because they're not. I think testing this properly is by controlling a headless browser.
That that would probably be well, I've never had a good time with the headless browser personally. That would probably be the correct way to go about it. Um, but you could also just write like a stub client that just listens on a WebSocket and make sure that, it sends events. But
You're suggesting that it would be somehow easier. And
yes, I've had a lot more success with just writing a very simple client that like you start up and it performs the actions you expect the browser to do. And yeah.
what I would instinctively do next is rewrite all of these tests using chromium oxide.
Chromium oxide. Never heard
Yes.
of it. Is this like the cool new Puppeteer?
Yes. Well,
Chromium.
it's one. It's
Browser
Crate. Yeah,
testing.
at Crate.io. The second result.
Oh. Oh. Huh. See, I mean, I've had a lot of I've had a bad time. Every time I've worked on any project where at some point you're loading Chromium, or actually that's the only browser I've ever seen used. There's always weird flake. Maybe Nix would solve it by pinning versions a bit better, but I've not had very good luck. It's also just they're incredibly slow to run.
I think that's slow is acceptable in this regard.
Well, I think you don't want to remove you want both the the integration tests and the unit tests. You don't want to throw out one
There
for
are
the other.
they are all integration tests. There are 3 tests here.
Yeah.
The first one has a whole bunch of assertions chained. And they all have to do with the like the responses and the contents of those responses. And they kind of, some of them like test things in theory.
Right.
They're like, well, if it's like testing, is the script that was supposed to be there? Okay. So the script is injected into the page. And then, well, then in that case, uh, the the auto reloading over the WebSocket stuff should work because I tested it manually.
Yeah, I mean, I think there'd be another good test which tests out just the WebSocket part.
That's implementation detail.
Yeah, I'm not super against testing some implementation details.
I think the only thing we care about is that when a change is made, the page is reloaded without us having done anything else.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, when you're developing on a project, like when you're working on a project, it's also nice to see the more unit testy stuff fail in ways you expect or don't expect them to. Just because,
Mm-hmm.
like, if you're making a change that changes like the WebSocket protocol or something, you probably want a test to fail that's like asserting on the WebSocket protocol
Sure. Test some implementation details for in the case that you break them. Have more details regarding what broke,
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
and not just well, it doesn't work.
Yeah, it's also that those tests hopefully run like very fast, so you can just run them on every like file save or something, and you don't have to worry about running a whole suite in CI.
So if we add a real test with a browser, we don't necessarily need to remove all these uh, de- detailed
Yeah, I would
implementation detail
definitely not
tests.
remove unit tests. I feel like, yeah, because I can also imagine a lot of ways that your integration test could fail into, or it could pass incorrectly or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of weird ways a page can reload or not load or hang for a long time or like random, I don't know, if it's over a network or not over a network or like some TCP shenanigans, or you forget to close your web server doesn't like close its stream for some reason. Things break in weird ways.
All right. I made a couple of PRs to this project, like yesterday, with no response yet. The author did say they're going to be super busy,
Oh yeah.
and it is typically the case in December. People claim to be super busy.
Yep. Um,
I'll be back in a moment.
Interesting. Why is that?
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I've never seen such a.
I just need to be. I need to go for a moment.
Oh yeah, go
I'll
for
be
it.
back in a moment.
I guess I'll make some more tea.
All right. My son, my son, my son, my son.
Yo,
I'm here.
I'm back with a fresh cup of tea. All right. What was I looking at? Oh, this is a controversial pull request you have opened over here.
Yes.
Um, huh. I was gonna immediately object to this, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel with
Mm-hmm.
turning all the versions into stars. That's crazy. I mean,
So
they
here's a question.
unlocked.
Let me like hit you with some questions about this.
Yeah.
I'm not making any claims, just questions. How many times or in how many different ways do we need to pin versions?
It's a good question. Hard to say. Um, in
Currently in
theory,
master or main,
the
whatever
lock
it is.
file
Mm-hmm.
is all you ever need. In theory.
Okay, okay.
So I see. I mean, okay. I think the reason it's, I
Here's
guess
another question.
if you add a package and it has a
Mm-hmm.
requirement, it's going to update potentially because it's going to solve for version compatibility.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to potentially update a bunch of packages in an unexpected way that's not unconstrained now,
Correct.
that your project might not expect just by adding a dependency.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if you have them pinned, it would break in a way where you're like, okay, I know what the problem is. I know that this package needs this version and my project needs this version, and those don't work.
Right. If that happens, like you add, all you want to do is add a dependency, but now you resulted in some other dependency uh, being bumped, and then they're
Or
like kind of
even downgraded, or something crazy could happen, right?
sure. Like, so what's like the worst thing that could happen in that
The
case?
worst thing that could happen, I imagine, is you get downgraded to a vulnerable version. I don't know. I'm just making, like, you get downgraded and the interface doesn't change, but now you're vulnerable to some RC. I don't know. That's the worst case scenario I can imagine.
Well, known vulnerable versions, don't they get like tagged as such on Crates.io?
One would hope. I'm not familiar enough, but I've been seeing a lot of scary supply chain attacks happening lately.
Sure.
I think the reason, I mean, okay, as long as you don't touch the lock file, this doesn't cause any change in behavior. But I think the reason that people don't do this is mostly because when you look at the docs for a project,
Mm-hmm.
you're generally looking at a specific version range, somewhere probably at least the I don't know, at least the major version is not is kind of pinned to whatever docs you're looking at. And you expect at least the major to probably not change, and probably the minor too. And you kind of want things to break if you upgrade one package or anything changes that would be like incompatible with your expected versions that you wrote your project against.
If your tests pass, do you care what the version is?
Yeah, you kind of do, right? Like you don't want packages like updating accidentally without you intentionally looking at, hey, what changed in this package update, right?
Well, that does that happen?
Um, I can imagine it happening unexpectedly.
Do you not look at your log file changes?
No, I actually don't. I think okay, it's not necessarily wrong, but it breaks a lot of norms around how people are expecting to package software.
Mm-hmm. What I like about this is that when I do cargo update, it actually updates everything.
Oh, see, I don't generally ever update dependencies on a project unless there is a very specific reason to update.
Mm-hmm.
I generally think everything should stay as locked as it can be, and when you adding a dependency is the point at which you verify that okay, that dependency is good at this point, and then you put it in there, and you have no intention of changing it unless something specific changes with ups, like maybe they release a version with features you want, or something's deprecated, that kind of thing. I think the way I can easily imagine it being really annoying is if your project writes against a certain like some projects, when they bump major versions, it's like an entire interface breaking change. Um, and actually, I'm not sure how Rust handles when Rust does version resolution, when it tries to do the version resolution like well, okay, does it do it from scratch every time, or does it refer to the lock file like to satisfy all the versions? I assume it does it from scratch every time, but I'm actually not certain.
Mm. Um, it's probably from scratch with like some caveats.
Yeah, I feel like that would matter a lot. If it started from the lock file, then I could see star being a lot more reasonable. But if it's from scratch every time, I feel like stars are, because that means anytime you change anything, it's going from scratch and it's going to basically update every dependency.
It, if y- if you're talking about a cargo update, I think it's starting. It's like discarding the log file, disregarding the log file. Probably
What if you want to
mostly.
update one dependency? Because that's normally what you want to do. You don't want to update
Then
everything, right?
it yes, it definitely takes into account the log file.
Okay.
It's not doing a equivalent of cargo update and also add dependency.
Gotcha. I'm not
In fact, it tells you, the CLI tells you stuff like, well, I've added this, and to add this, I also like had to bump this and that package and
hmm.
so on. It tells you
Oh,
everything.
interesting. Hmm. It'll never unnecessarily bump a package, is what you're saying? Like it would never change the version of a package without it being absolutely necessary to add a new dependency or something.
I don't no, it's not, the criteria is not absolutely necessary. I
See that?
think it tries to deduplicate dependencies. So that would
Okay.
be a reason, a justification for it to like, okay, you already have this somewhere in your dependency tree, and it's also uh, it also happens to be what you are adding now. So what you're adding directly now happens to be transitive dependency, but you want
Right.
to add it at a version that is newer. Then, well, that's kind of a bump. But also, if what you're adding another scenario is if what you're adding shares a transitive dependency that you already have, but it requires it to be in a newer version, then it won't keep your existing transitive dependency and add another one at a newer
Right.
version. If it can, it will. If it if the ranges overlap, then it will
Hmm.
deduplicate and like bump your existing one.
Hmm. Well, it's interesting. Haven't say I've seen this before in like um projects like this. I guess it probably could make more or less sense depending on how good or how nice the CLI, like Cargo's CLI, works with the existing lock file.
But perhaps we should get back to live server.
Yeah, absolutely. I was what other
This is if this is based. It says so in the description. It is based on the other PR because
oh
of
yeah.
dependency conflicts. But if you want to
Yeah,
see
that makes
what the
sense.
essence of this is
I think you can GitHub supports stacking PRs, I think. So it'll only show the diff with the commits in this pull request.
not sure how to do that.
I want to say when you create the pull request, if you set the base branch to not be main,
Mm-hmm.
um, you set it to this basically, it
Mm-hmm.
will automatically stack them.
Hmm.
Random ports and tests. Oh, nice. Yeah, this is always annoying when projects don't do this.
So these are minor
Nice, yeah.
contributions. If we do the browser test, the real browser test, we'd be able to easily prove that this um, doesn't support link swapping,
Right. Although
either normal or with
we'd
polling.
prove it only at a very high level. I would write a test akin to just to fit to the way I would approach this is where's the other tests? I would write a test like one of these that basically connects to the WebSockets and performs file system actions and then expects the right messages over the. Well, first you'd expect the test to fail with no messages and then go from there.
I actually started doing that, and then I said, uh, that's more work. I want to do less work.
Yeah,
And
I
the
mean, the nice
browser
thing
would
about
give
this
me,
is you're basically building when you write a test that's like more
mm-hmm,
on the unit side that just opens like a WebSocket connection through like Rust or something. You're also kind of building yourself a nice little debugger at the same
yes,
time, because then you can run the tests and see exactly what messages are going back and forth.
right. But,
Whereas starting building the whole scaffolding for the browser is you're gonna get
but would you agree that those are additional?
what do you
The
mean?
that the detail-oriented tests are additional to the tests that confirm fully the desired behavior.
I will agree that this is probably this is like a holy war on like integration versus unit tests, and I don't know if one is they both have their place.
But if you had to choose,
If I had to choose, I would go not with the entire browser test. I would go with the create a stubbed client test.
wouldn't you sleep better knowing that it actually works with the browser? The full
Um,
thing actually works?
I'm not sure.
Isn't it a higher confidence?
It's higher confidence, yeah, for sure. In some ways, I have to look at the whole browser test setup. But I mean, like, yeah, in both cases, in the browser test, you're testing all the code you also send to the browser and run, which is nice.
How
Whereas
about
in the test that I'm proposing, you're basically just testing that the server also handles symlinks, and only the server handles symlinks, nothing with the client.
right? How about regardless of symlinks, we add a browser test that for the working feature set.
We give it a shot.
Then we see how that goes.
We can see how that goes. Yeah. You want to use
It was called chromium oxide. Great.
what's the hotness right now? Is it like still
This is
Puppeteer?
well, in Puppeteer is used via Node.js API.
Yeah, this is the only thing I've had experienced in the past. I assume this is basically just a Rust.
It's very similar. Take a look at the first example in chromium oxide. What do we have here? Let browser and handler equals browser launch, browser config builder with head, maybe without head, build, await. Let handle equals Tokyo spawn, async move, loop, let event, handler next, await unwrap. This just executes the it executes in a loop. So it continuously executes in a loop inside a thread. The handler events. Just I think this is necessary for something to keep.
I assume these are the messages coming
executing
out of the browser. So I assume this is basically you got two pipes, and the browser is how you send commands into the browser, and here's where your events are coming out.
And then let page, browser new page, page find element, await click, await typester, await press key, await. Let HTML because page wait for navigation, wait content, wait handle, await. I wonder what handle await is.
Handle await?
If you
good
await the
question.
handle. Oh.
No.
It's awaiting for the child to for the child thread to like rejoin.
Wouldn't this wait, hold on, maybe I'm not understanding this. When would this ever exit? Wouldn't this I'm assuming
Tokyo
this would
spawn
hang. Oh, it's Tokyo
returns a
oh.
task.
Yes.
So it's not
Oh,
even
so it doesn't even
executing yet.
start the child. Yeah, okay. Wait, Tokyo Spawn, you have to await the handle you get from Tokyo Spawn? Is that?
Yeah, it's a task.
But it starts, does it start before you await it?
Or maybe it already starts immediately and awaiting is just a matter of awaiting for it to like rejoin.
That's what I'm guessing. Or just to, let's see.
In any case, these are details.
Yeah.
You should probably just get to it.
Hold on, my cat is.
It's a join handle.
She
Yeah.
wants to get in here.
It returns, see, it returns a join handle. You can see it in the type, return type.
Yeah.
And then if you wait for the join handle, it probably starts joining. What does that mean?
Hmm. I don't know. It's just detail. I'm not really understanding how this ever exits because it loops forever, but you know, I'll trust it works.
Maybe it has to do with task cancellation, future cancellation.
Oh, I think this actually, the point of this is that it just opens a browser to this and never exits. Cloud. Yeah.
It never exits.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, it's not what you do in a test, but
Yeah.
it's an example.
Gotta watch out though. The failure mode of these tests is that you hang forever because you don't get the message you receive, which is, you know, what you expect. A lot of browser testing, you end up with like timeouts that kind of dictate pass and fail.
Yeah.
Which is a little scary because, you know,
Because time sucks.
time sucks. Maybe you're not scheduled for a minute and your test mysteriously fails. Or did you see the whole drama about the GitHub what was it? The GitHub Actions runner?
No.
Oh, they had a sleep function that could potentially just hang forever if it didn't get scheduled for a second, which was kind of silly. Anyway, you wanted to do a browser test for this guy? See how that works?
Yes, I think it's a good contribution. I think we should be investing in the tooling that we use. And we're not even talking about solving this problem yet, but just proving it, but not even that yet. Just in order to move towards proving it, we should probably improving the testing here.
Yeah, we can make a little.
To be more complete, like actually testing what it's meant, the actual user-facing feature.
Yeah, we can throw in some browser testing. Let's give it a try.
All right. Rotate.
Or rotate, yeah.
Okay.
I guess I don't need a mob start.
Here. See, I don't have a N4C here. I don't have a export mob timer long equals red to what? This is what I did to have the tool chain. This is from my like system Nix packages.
Ah, nice.
So I'm okay with that. But this will be missing, lacking the OpenSSL branch. I'm making a branch called, what do you want me to call it?
Whatever you
Browser
want. Browser tests.
tests. From main. Hopefully this will go. We won't need anything. Okay, so if I do cargo test now, I think I'm not in the dev shell because I need to do dir allow. And also start the timer and also open the timer. Mob start create. We have a fork of this in Molybdenum software.
Gotcha.
Here's an, like I said, I think cargo test will fail now because there's no package config. I don't know why it succeeds. It should not succeed. This is definitely missing. Maybe if I do a cargo clean, it will fail. Because it shouldn't be able to build. There you go. Package config.
Oh, yep.
So you need package config and open SSL. Dir env allow. Cargo test. There we go. Test file. All right.
All right.
Tokyo.
I would throw this in a
test.
separate. I'd make a new file. Just because it's gonna pull in a lot of depths.
Tests. Integration. End to end. It's called end to end. I don't know what end to end is. Browser.
Browser tests.
Okay. Tokyo. Test. Async function. Don't know what to call this.
I mean, you could just try pasting the because you're gonna need, I think, a whole lot of system dependencies. So I just paste the example and just make sure we can actually run it.
System dependencies. But you mean like this?
We're gonna need Chromium and stuff, right? Yeah, I just paste that in there and see if see how close we can even get to running the test.
Okay. Let's put these over here. Actually, I don't want to import stuff I don't have. There. Okay. All right. This is supposed to be browser from Chromium Oxide, right? So I'm doing cargo add dev Chromium Oxide. Features, bytes, Tokyo runtime, async stood runtime. We don't need that. Chromium Oxide fetcher. We definitely don't want that. And fetcher and Serby. Okay.
We'll see.
Give me errors.
Oh, are you trying to build it?
This kind of looks like my tooling is broken because I'm not getting anything. You restart the editor browser. There. I think that's better.
So what happens?
And
when you try to run this test. Oh, your Rusty or whatever the RLS.
Rust Analyzer.
Rust Analyzer, that's the one.
Ah, there. Failed to resolve use of underget type browser config.
You import at the
And we
top?
can
Oh, yeah.
import.
And you need browser config too.
I think now this is blocking. CDP.
Does this link against Chromium or does it just execute at Chromium?
I think it just executes. There's what's called a WebDriver protocol. There. That's much better. Okay. Now browser config, import, browser config. There we go.
Okay, you need this from a stream extension. It's the trait.
StreamX. Nice. Oh, we don't want to nest a main here. So let's grab the content. That's not quite the content. And paste it over here.
Tokyo test, is that just a entry point for Tokyo when you run cargo test?
Yes, it converts this to something else. Converts your function to something that like executes a task.
Or it just handles building the
task.
runtime for you, I assume.
All that. But now, expected the something to be a feature that resolves to unit. Oh, to unit. I think we're returning an OK here.
Yep.
That's wrong.
All right.
You have to steal the screen.
Yeah, I also have to navigate Chrome's inability to render text. All right. Oh, and then what's the, hold on, it's Red Tatara. Okay. Let me just steal the NVRC from, where do we have it? Over in Dockstra. And not use Flake, let me go.
You want the list from me?
Right. I can type
Rust
it out.
C. Actually, Rust C might not be necessary. Not sure. But yeah, Rust Firm, Cargo, Rust Analyzer, Clippy, package config,
Open SSL.
OpenSL, but there's a typo in it's not PKG's config.
Oh, yeah. Are we gonna need Chromium? Well, we'll see what happens. We're probably gonna need Chromium.
Yes, let's let it fail.
All right. Oh. All right, let me so what's okay. Wait. Oh, hold on. I forgot to mob N or mob S7. This will handle. Wait. Is this right? Here's my
Well, let's
hero modes.
separate the timer from the Git operations.
Oh, mob S. 7.
No, well,
Or
that's
mob.
together. That's not
That's
separate.
together.
Separated is with timer
Oh,
command.
mob T7. Okay.
That there. That's
Yeah. T open.
you probably
Okay.
want to
They really should
globally
make
git ignore.
a little CLI tool for this guy because having this be browser only is a little annoying. Maybe we'll have to contribute that next. All right. All right. So we're looking good there.
I noticed that you have .drenv and .envarc not globally
Oh yeah, I
git
don't.
ignored. Do you think that you
I
ever
like
want to
checking.
check them in?
Yes. I use some projects where nvarc is checked in, and then because nvarc is part of the project, having everything else that's part of that be in git ignore makes sense.
Well, then
So like you
ignore
git
it
ignore.
locally here.
All right.
But
Okay.
when I say yes, exactly. Info
Is it config?
info.
Is it info?
Info exclude.
Exclude.
Yes.
All right.
Now you can switch into the branch that I created a moment ago.
All right. I'll pull from you. Git or pull origin. All right. There we go.
It's
and then
called browser
is it
tests.
browser tests? Okay.
And now you can mob start.
Sweet. All right, let's go check out those page tests. Browser. Okay. See what happens. Oh, now my Rust analyzer is taking some time.
Well, it
All right,
matters
we'll
not
see what happens.
which app is triggering what needs to happen. You can already remove the OK.
Oh, true, yeah.
Return there.
And then are we gonna need? Oh, we'll see. We're gonna have to next up. We're going to want to start a web server.
It's that listener and then the spawning
Yeah.
of it.
All right, that seems pretty straightforward.
But if I don't really support this. I think we should run the CLI.
We should run the CLI. What do you mean
Run
by
the
that?
darn CLI, not
Yeah.
use it as an API. Really test end to end.
Yeah, and then should we run cargo build in here too? Because at that point we might want to move all this infrastructure out of Rust. Rust is probably not the tool of choice for like executing a bunch of commands. But I also don't want to like throw. Okay, here we go. Oh yeah, we can't use these bad boys. Tokio lets us do something like this, right? Ooh. Or we can just
we should unwrap in these.
Should unwrap. Doesn't Tokio let us use this? Let us return a result from a test. Let's find out. Tokyo
It's not
test.
idiomatic, I think.
What do you mean? Tokyo. Oh, maybe
Because the right thing to do is to, like, the whole yes, the question mark syntax is nice, but the conceptually returning a this whole feature of returning results is for handling of errors. But the only handling here is to
Oh, sure, but I'm assuming
panic.
Tokyo, if it
You could just try. You don't have to read the docs for this.
yeah.
You could do,
Well, I don't know
return,
what the signature
add.
looks like. I think it's like a crazy macro that is going on
Really?
here. So,
Why not just
um, well, okay, hold
add
on.
the return type to the function?
Wait, we have this in here too? Hold on. Oh, no. Oh, I see. They're using Tokyo test. And maybe we'll just unwrap. So,
I support that.
yeah. I just don't want to do a different pattern. Oop, wait, did I do that right? All right. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, well, that did something. It opened a browser.
How the heck did it find a browser?
Oh, I got Chromium in scope because it's in my profile or it's in my something because I needed it for Riverside. Oh, mob n. Good luck. Oh, hold on. We're getting get errors. Oh, I think you got to add me to the repo.
No permission. I will add you to the molybdenum, to the org instead.
All right.
Sure. Use GitHub Mobile. It's funny they call it sudo mode requests.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, they're trying to be a little cheeky with the vernacular.
there. You have an invite.
All right, let me add that. Oh, I'm not seeing a notification to Turbio, Turbio.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I don't think it ends up as a notification, but it does end up as an email.
Okay.
PR welcome if you work for GitHub.
Not maybe it's. Oh, here we go. All right, I should be good. Let's try mom nexting. There you go.
Share, 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 share. What? Huh. Clicking share, nothing happens. I suppose I must reload.
Hmm.
Reloaded. Now I can share. Am I good?
Looks like it. Try
Blah, 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 blah.
see when if you cargo test, it should open a browser. Yeah, look at that. All right, well that's definitely got to be headless.
Okay.
But might as well leave it with a head while we're making sure this works.
Maybe. Headless is default. Create a browser that spawns a Chromium process running with the UI, and then that drives the WebSocket, etc. Spawn task that continuously polls the handler. Create a new browser page and navigate to the URL. Okay. Well,
so right now the test is failing on. I'd expect this to pass. Let me see, line 32. Oh, this unwrap. Is that right?
I don't know. Does it say? Oh, yes. Node is
Oops.
either not visible or not HTML.
I guess Wikipedia's page. I guess the test doesn't work anymore because they
I
changed the page.
suppose.
All right, so let's make it start up a server and then navigate to it and then try to change the files.
You don't need in Rust. You don't need to in Rust integration tests. The binaries are built, so you don't. When you asked, well, do you suppose we need to run cargo build? No, it's part of the infrastructure here.
Oh, it'll build
In
every
fact,
single binary? I did not know that. Huh.
yes. In fact, we can do something like const see something like stir CLI equals, or like executable path equals, maybe executable path equals something like env.
Oh, would they put it in the environment? Or are you just
I'm doing a syntax error here. Const executable path. Yeah. Yes, there's like cargo bin name.
Huh.
Cargo.
I assume it's the binary we want, right? Package.
Bin name might be the. Maybe. If I can try. But it's not a full path to the. No, it's not.
Is there a
This is
target
available.
path environment variable too?
Cargo.
Target tempter, maybe? Target. I don't know.
Crate. There's a crate name and that's a primary package.
I'd take a look at the docs on this one.
Cargo environment.
Oh, cargo target dir, it looks like, I think. The third one down.
Location of where to place all generated artifacts relative to the current working directory. I think there's a crate that provides this. I will look for the crate. Crate.
Do you need a whole crate just to find the path of a file?
It's common in Rust that stuff is like not in the tool chain until it is like super, like extremely widely used.
Sure.
Crate that provides path to executable,
You want, I
or like
think,
crate executables, or
cargo bin exe, and then you put the name in, I think. I'm looking at the,
it. If you could,
yeah, I think you want that, what it
you're
suggested.
yes, I think you're right. Where did
It was on
where
that
is it?
page. It just, you gotta, just grep for it, yeah.
Ah, that's right. Good.
Yeah.
Cargo bin exe. It's probably this.
Oh, what is the exe name normally? You just look under target or whatever. Or I think, doesn't cargo toml have?
If I may ask you to avoid looking up docs while the pilot is like in parallel to the in addition to the pilot, because
Oh, okay. Me.
as a pilot,
All
it's
right.
like I may as well, like it's my role. Like if someone else is doing it, I may as well not do anything, and then I feel like useless as a pilot.
Oh, well, I just want to spend more time on that page, but you wanted to ask ChatGPT, so, you know. All right, is it live server? Is that the executable path?
Maybe.
All right, let's try to execute it. What's the, hold on. Let me bring over.
If you want to spend more time on any page, any documentation, if you need something to happen, then the pilot is the interface, is the mob's interface to anything, to
Gotcha.
running the tests, to reading documentation.
All right.
Otherwise, as a pilot, when I hear a mob member typing, I feel this is my role. Like I should be providing them with
Okay.
whatever they need.
Gotcha. All right. Then you're driving. What do we do?
Figure out how to. I think it's called a child process module in Tokyo.
All right,
Something like
let's
child
try to figure
process
out
spawn, Tokyo process. Go back to the module.
to the module,
Like if you scroll up and you see at
the Tokyo
yes,
process module. Okay. Oh, so we want
command.
this
It's
bad boy
it's
right here. Okay.
child
Command
like
new,
command, and then you can use args and
and we
spawn.
want to just pass this in. Okay. And we just want executable path. Oop, executable path. And does it need any args?
The
Live
argument is
server?
the path to where you want to serve, what you want to serve.
All right. Arg. And we're going to be, this is all, this is,
There is a fixture in the repo, and this runs in like if you give a relative path here, it'll
all
be
right.
in relative to the repo.
Should we can we get the crates?
Cargo manifest dir.
Cargo manifester.
And you probably want to use concat, so you don't need a. You know the concat macro?
I sure don't. Is it this? Is it concat?
Yes. And then you
All
can
right,
start
nice.
first argument, give it the env cargo manifest dir, and then you can start
Oh,
concatenating the
oh,
path.
I see. I was gonna just you're saying cat it here. Okay. Let's call
I don't
this
think that
the
this needs to be page.
concat. And you were saying it's the repo root /test/page.
Right.
Does that look right?
That's right.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Nope. Wait, hold on. Why is this being? Is my syntax highlighter just confused?
Seems like it.
Import. We want Tokyo process command. Will this compile? Oh. Cargo test. Oh, evident. Okay, my syntax highlighter is just okay. All right, so we'll spawn this guy. And then is this going to handle cleanup and everything for us? Do you know?
What do you call cleanup?
Well, the child process it's gotta die and someone's gotta wait it. I assume that's handled by
I don't remember the semantics here.
okay. I'm gonna assume that based on this example isn't gonna maybe it does actually, because it awaits.
The wait method is one way to wait for the command to complete.
Yeah, let's see. We got command.
Well, yeah. So you're in command. Now take a look at the spawn.
Yep.
Right, and that returns a result of child. So take a look at child, and now you have methods wait.
Yeah, we can kill it.
You have wait with output. We don't care about the output.
We don't. I assume kill is going to wait on the child after, or do we have to wait after we kill?
Read
Read.
it. If the child has to be killed remotely, it is. Oh, note std version of child kill does not. This is equivalent to sending a sig kill on Unix platforms followed by wait.
Oh, followed. Okay, followed by. I assume this is the Unix wait, not Rust abstraction wait. Oh, followed by. Okay, wait. Yeah. Okay. So kill will.
Note that this live server project seems to support Windows.
Ooh. Well, I imagine this test will not work on Windows.
We have GitHub Actions for
Yeah.
that.
All right. It's mom time.
Might have to do like the extra 80% for Windows.
All right. I mean, if the test fails, are we just gonna start leaking children?
Did you say linking children?
Leaking.
Oh, leaking.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We might need to not do that.
So here's a child. This is finds a result. This is an unwrap.
Yep. And we have to at some point. How do we verify that the child is actually start? I guess you don't. I guess we just have the browser pull until it works.
Yeah, that this API, has waiting built in.
Yep.
Supposedly we have a browser here, and whatever this is for, I'm not even sure it's. I think this like actually drives the browser,
That
or
loop. Uh,
continuously polls the handler.
I think that's just messages coming from the browser or something like that. I don't know.
Mm.
But yeah.
We'll find out
We'll
later.
find out. Okay. So
Create a new browser page and navigate. Right. Well, how do we know what we need to set the
that
listening
yeah.
address and port, right?
Yep.
And pass them as arguments. So I'm going to like find
Just
out.
run live server-h or look at that clap struct or whatever.
Yeah, I'll look at the.
I think they're using
Go
clap. I think I
CLI
saw it.
lib main args.
Yep.
There's
Host and
flag
port.
host
Oh,
and
port starts at 0. Can we get the port after? I guess probably not. So we can't use a random port.
No.
Oh well. It's unfortunate.
Well, let's hardcode the port because that's what this project currently does.
Yep.
So let's do const port. It's like unsigned layer 16 equals 8010.
Why does it need to be a reference? Isn't
I
it
didn't
just like
mean
an
that
int?
it's a reference. Whoops. What happened to my. Oh,
I don't think.
seems
Oh,
to have
did I
frozen
lose
for
you?
a moment.
Oh no, I think you frozen. Oh, you're back. Okay, you were frozen there for a sec. Hello.
And are we good? Can you
Oh
hear
yeah,
that?
now we're
Okay.
good. I can hear you now. Yep.
So I think by default it's like localhost should work.
Should
Whatever it listens.
hope so.
Can delete this comment and do something like HTTPS localhost port. Let's do format here. Put this back in. Add the port.
What's the params colon?
Params. What?
Oh wait, what? Is that just your? Oh, that's just your LSP. Never mind. I don't
Yes,
have it.
inlay hints.
Yeah, I got it. Okay. Huh.
I have maybe this disabling inlay hints. I don't remember. Maybe
No, no, it's
H.
fine. I just didn't. I'm not familiar
Sometimes
with.
I do want to disable them. An argument. So this becomes a list.
Or you can just
And
call arg. I think it's like it's a little builder or whatever.
what would you like me to do?
I don't know.
Multiple?
I just call arg a few times.
I can do that. Arg. Well, in this case, it'll be a couple more times because it's like port. So maybe this should be together because it's like two arguments
Oh, there you
together.
go. That's nice.
Port and the actual port. mismatch
Yep.
type.
That should be good.
This needs to be a string though.
Yeah.
So into. And then maybe borrow.
I think you got to toString that guy because it needs to be. You need to turn it into an owned string that then. I think you're creating a string. So you got to be like string.from or something. There you go.
String.
Yeah.
Then
All right. See if
it's supposed to be running, right? It's supposed to be running.
should be.
What am I looking at here? What is
New
why is it
page.
like double?
I think it's just some rendering problem in your.
Yeah, it looks like
I don't know actually.
okay. Now it looks better. Will it navigate to that page?
We'll find out. Navigate to the page and then. Yeah, we'll see.
Find elements.
Oh, that's not gonna work. But
We have some elements to find in that page. There's a title element we could find.
okay. All right. Let's take a look at the page. All right. What was this before? What's find element takes what?
It's a
Like a
selector, I
selector.
suppose.
So if I want to do just a title.
Yep.
Await.
Await unwrap. Do not click it.
All right, let's take a look at the docs on what we can do here.
The example, I
Rust.
think, has an assertion on text. It should already be later in the file.
Page.
Content.
Wait. Unwrap content. Oh, this just we can remove all this then, I assume, right? Wait for navigation, so it waits for this to load. Is that
Sure, we don't need to find an element. We can do
browser close?
assertion that
Handle. Well, this is going to be the whole HTML, right? This is a string, yeah. Oh yeah. Assert string contains. What do we have in here? Document. How about that? Okay, and then handle await. This is going to break on the first error. What are these? Okay, that's great. H is. Oh, it's an error. All right. And then we should kill the child at the end, I guess.
it's a while let sum.
It's a while let sum.
So as soon as you get a none, that ends.
Yeah, and that should, I assume, closing it handles that. Child. Oh, this needs to be mutable. Okay. Child mute. All right, let's see what happens. Okay, that was that
That's
seemed
it
good.
failing.
That seemed nice.
Change the
failed to read. Okay, that's right. Yep. Okay.
let's see an assertion on the content. that fails.
Assertion on the besides this one.
But does it not have its own assertions? Because like, or like, let's do an assert eq on something so that we see.
Assert eq. What is assert? Oh, equal.
And then
assert like HTML content.
yeah, let's find that element and then do an assert eq so that
Okay.
we see the comparison.
Let me pull up oxide, rust, fermium, oxide, docs. Okay, so we got a page here. What is a page actually? Page is a page. Yep, chromium monoxide page. Where's the actual page?
It will be in that module, I suppose. Yes.
Okay.
Find element. Yes. Page has find element.
Yep, I see that. Okay, find element takes a
And then you
selector.
can probably be
It's anything that can be stringed.
do content on that element.
Page dot find element, and let's grab this guy. Okay.
Title.
What do you want to grab? Title again? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Find element title. And we get an element back once we unwrap it. And what do we want to do with this?
Content.
We want to just get the content?
Is there no content is probably on page. Then inner text.
Perhaps.
Yes.
That looks like about what we want. Dot inner. Wait. Inner text. Why is my LSP not? Oh well.
I think because unwrap already fails. It's probably await unwrap.
Is this not right? Well, yeah, okay. Oh wait, do we need to wait? Hold on.
Await
Is
unwrap.
find element? It is async, okay. Wait, dot unwrap. Sure that's right. Okay. Dot inner text.
Await unwrap.
And we want to inner text is async. And we just want to unwrap and unwrap. Okay, and now this should be the Word document.
Mm-hmm. It's best to put these in a binding because otherwise you get an assertion that includes that entire expression.
I was about to. Oh. Let us see what this does. That looked pretty good.
Make it fail.
Make it fail. All right, let's make it fail this way. And then I will.
I think this will fail another.
Nice. We don't have a good name on this test. Browser test. Open page. Yep, looks like it. All right, I'm gonna mob next, and I'm gonna make some more tea. I will be right back.
The heck?
Alrighty.
That's so strange.
Okay.
I built the docks because I wanted to. So I did this. I removed the entire HTML contains a certain statements.
Gotcha.
Renamed this to title. That's all I did, and I found it extraneous that during the tests we get the window opening and then disappearing. So I'm trying to make
Oh,
this headless.
if we just
Um,
remove with head, I thought it defaults to headless.
Right, but maybe it doesn't even need, like, maybe there's a method with default browser config, like browser
Doesn't.
default something. So I'm trying to look at the docs,
Oh,
and I'm trying to
gotcha.
build the docs with cargo doc open, and it built, but I don't see this crate.
Because they're dev dependencies, I imagine.
Cargo doc dev, then
I'd dash help just to find out.
document private.
I expect it just, yeah. Which
In
profile?
lib
It's gonna be.
examples.
They're called profiles in Rust, right? Or am I thinking of something else?
Profiles.
Scroll down a bit.
Target selection. Lib, bins, bin,
No, it's
examples,
just like
example.
release dev stuff.
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not needed to. I mean, you can just use the
Lib, all binaries. Examples.
Can you just grep through that just for the word dev? That's what I would do. Do you have a
Well,
easy
that's
way to
all. That's all it is. Nothing.
just
Cargo, help, doc, div. Private. Include non-public items in the no. Package
there's
selection, pspec, workspace, target selection, lib.
maybe it does
Let's search
build
for test dev. No, I don't understand it. Bins. Let's try bins. Bins.
just use the ones on the
What is this? I don't mind. I can use the. What did we look for?
Are you looking for? Wait, I honestly forgot
Launch.
we were in the middle of doing. Oh yeah, launch.
Launch.
Or just all the
That's not it.
methods of
Yeah.
browser or functions of browser.
Browser. Launch. Launch. Connect. Launch. Okay, there is no launch with some default. So browser config may be default. Implements does not implement default. It has launch. What the heck is launch? Browser
Launch
config
on
has
what?
launch.
Probably just
Turns a child. So this, sure, can do that. Not for us though. Okay, so what do we need to do? Builder, config builder. So what we currently have is builder with head build. So we're going to do builder build.
Yep. Let's see if this does what we want.
Cargo
I think it does.
test. Ah, that's
Yep,
what I wanted
that
to
looks
see.
good.
Left,
And
right.
that is what we wanted. Nice.
Okay. Do that.
Nice. All right. I think we make
Removing
another
this
test. Oh, you can remove all
comment.
that. Yeah.
Removing this comment. We are serving, and we are asserting
Yeah.
that we're serving that particular. This is the way it should end, I suppose.
Yeah. I'm concerned we're gonna leak processes anyway, but you know.
Well, I failed one, so let me see what I have. Live server. I have a
You got
live
at least
server running.
one. Who owns it though? Is it System
Systemd.
D? That sounds like it got sent to PID 0. So it sounds like the parent died.
And that's our test runner.
I think so, yeah. I think the test runner died and then it went to PID 1. Interestingly, it doesn't leak a browser, so I think there's some handle that's some exit handle that Tokyo, or sorry, that what's it called? Does right. Chromium oxide does
So
right.
I'm going to Tokyo to see whether there is any feature of killing an orphan child. Process command. Spawn. There's spawn and spawn with. I don't know what spawn with is.
See what options it takes. Maybe it
What
has
is
some good.
kill on drop?
Kill on drop sounds pretty
Controls
good.
whether a kill operation should be invoked on a spawn child when its corresponding child handle is dropped.
That
Yep,
sounds like
that's it.
exactly what we want.
Okay, mob next.
Right. Does Rust guarantee that, hold on a panic, all the drops will be called? I'm going to assume it does. Probably. All right. And then we were looking at, what was it?
Kill on drop.
Kill on drop. All right. This is just part of the builder. Okay. All right. Oh, I think we have different, we have different configs. Let me make a failing test and make sure we don't leak processes. Oh. Oh no. Okay, well I guess we are now failing because we're not failing because the old server is. So we want, really looking for live server. Oh, I got a few of them running. No, and this one. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay, that looks good. And let's make sure if we fail. Oh. Let's put it here just because. Let's make sure we don't exhaust our ports. All right, so we should not have a live server. And we don't. All right. And if we run this again, it should fail. Yep, okay. That looks good. All right, I'll remove that. All right, I'm thinking we make a passing test that works on file edits. What do you think?
File edits. Well, I think for this purpose we should not use. I think you're right, but we shouldn't be like editing the actual file in the repo
Oh, I was gonna
during
make
the
a
test.
temporary file tree, run it on that,
Yes,
and then make edits to it. I think
yes,
that's the only.
I agree. Should make entirely new temporary files.
Yeah.
There's a crate called temp file, which can create temporary directory, temporary file. We can use that.
Person. Hmm. I don't know what the way to do this is.
Temp file is a good crate.
Temp
It
file.
can create temporary files even with contents in them and such.
Okay, we can do that. I'm not a big. I'm not a big throwing dependencies in my project kind of person.
We kind of have to with Rust.
Yeah. It's called temp file. I mean, we'd be creating a tempter and then writing to it, I imagine. Is this
But
tempter?
tempdir will only
Yeah.
give you a directory. But
Well,
we
we
need a
want to.
directory, right?
I
Because we're
was
serving up
imagining
directories.
we'd write some files. We create a directory, write some files to it,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Overwrite those files. Pretty
make a change to it.
straightforward.
There's a few kinds of changes we might want to test. Like we might want to do an atomic change, and then we might want to also try just a normal write.
Well, let's start with obtaining a tempdir.
All right. Create. What is this whole?
Uh, yes, that's the function we want. Gives us a tempdir that can give us a path to that tempdir.
Tempter. Oh, it's a lot going on in here.
Tempdir function gives us a struct. On that struct, we can call path to get a path to that.
Is it cargo add tempter and then
Temp file.
temp file? Oh, yep, temp file.
File dev. Flag.
Dev. Okay. Get random. Makes sense. All right. Browser, and we'll call this browser reload. All right, let me grab use temp file, and we're gonna want to create a tempter. So I guess we'll set all this up before, and then we got to make sure we destroy the tempter at the end. So does this handle? Oh, it has a whole section on it.
I think it doesn't matter because these are created in the platform's temp directory anyway.
Yeah, but you don't want to pollute someone's TMP with a million files if your test fails or runs a million times. It's important to ensure. Oh. Like if I run my tests with a watcher, it's pretty annoying if it slowly fills up a directory on my system.
If that's how you feel, I will
I assume it's
pass
probably built
temp
into the
file.
library.
Let's just confirm that.
It had a section on it, so I just
Temp
finished
file will
reading that.
almost never fail to clean up temporary sources. Is that enough for you?
Fail if their directories destructors don't. Yeah, okay. That seems like exactly what we want. I assume
Okay.
their destructors will always run. Unless the tests really fail.
Where am I? Browser test open page. Browser reload on file.
Yep. And then at the top, let's just create our directory.
At the top, create our directory.
The top of this function. We'll create
Yes,
our
not use the page fixture.
Yep.
Let's dir.
I don't remember any of the functions
temp
on
file
Tempter.
temp dir unwrap. Is it?
Nope.
I
Go
did
back
not
to
import
the.
it.
Oh,
It is a temp dir. Good.
okay.
We have it. Page fixture will be dir path. Maybe even derefs to a path. I don't like something
It
like
auto.
that. Nah.
Nah, no chance. Path. All right. Just calling Tempter just creates it, and then we'll put some files in there.
Right.
We can just
Put a
honestly,
file
can
in
we
there.
just copy that file from
Right.
from our previous test?
I'd rather have it here as a literal.
It works.
Whereas
It's
write
nice if you use the
file.
same like fixture in multiple tests, because then if it works in one and fails in another, it's kind of confusing. We'll just go to the Tempter docs so we can just see what we need to do.
I think this is where we leave temp dir, and we have a path. That's all it gives us.
Oh, it doesn't let us create dirs in our Tempter?
It lets
Or
us
create paths? Or
Nah.
create files? Okay. Okay,
I
we'll
think,
just...
but if you want like a file, there's this where the functions. You
Gotcha.
can do no. Actually, no. It doesn't give you anything.
All right. I mean, we should use Tokyo, right?
Kind of expecting to have a write file, right?
I think you need Tokyo's. Well, isn't write just the macro that writes to like a writer interface or something?
There are helpers for this. Let's take Tokyo. It's not going to be in process.
Tokyo, just
TV. Right.
FS, right?
FS. Right.
Yeah, let's do that.
Contents. Creates a visual, open a file for writing and write the entire contents of contents to it. This is the async stood FS, right? Okay. FS, right.
That's good.
FS from Tokyo, right?
Is the path a path type? Can we
do something like dir path, and then
we can just call this like index HTML? Because like that's, and then just duplicate basic, more or less what? Oh,
index path, and then some contents.
yeah, we'll just throw it in line.
Something.
Yep. You gotta await it too.
Wait. Map. let index path equals, I think it needs to know what it is. There will be a path buff equals dir path and index.html into possibly borrow this.
Wait, what is dir.path? It gives us a reference or an own string?
Collect.
Oh. Wait, what does dir.path give us? Can you hover it?
Path.
Oh, it gives us a path. Okay.
Ref path.
Gotcha. And then you can call into path on a string? Does that work? Or is it path.new and then you have to pass it the string?
Path from.
Ah.
Path from. The size of slice of bytes. Heck are you talking about? Considered borrowing here. No. Well,
The
path.
UA?
New? New.
Okay. Alright, and then the content, I don't know, just something,
I think first of all, we need a multi-line literal, which is not, it's using the crate called
Wait, you can
something
just use
like,
R. What's that crazy syntax? R.
yeah, but that's ugly.
Hash.
Uh,
What? I love that. Use a
It
special
doesn't-
crate just for multi-line?
Yes,
Why?
because the raw string does not take care of indentation for you.
That's fine.
So you end up with like, the one that I like using is called, if you don't mind checking it out, as soon as I remember what it's called.
I'll take a quick look, but I feel like this is pulling in an entire dependency for a multi-line string is this. Now that's too far. that right there is too far.
Well, if the language had it, you wouldn't need
The
it.
language has what is it? The language has something close enough, Load file. What is it? It's this, right? This is perfect, beautiful. What more could you ever need?
Or when you drop lines, then you are not indented correctly.
Yeah, that's fine. Do you remember what your thing is?
Something with doc.
Something with doc.
Yeah, well, if you search for Rust multi-line literals macro,
Uh, in doc?
yes.
Oh, Rust
Funny
in
name,
doc.
but that's it.
Oh.
I think it has a couple of different macros, but this is the primary one.
That, I mean, it's pretty. If your project had a lot of them, I feel like it'd be like, okay. All right, so all right, this should write to our index path. Looks good. And then we should be passing. What do you call this? All right. All right. So this should. All right. So what we can do is we'll load it. We'll make sure it's loaded with all this stuff, and then we'll write to it, and then somehow we got to check if it reloads. So I'm thinking that Rust oxide. Just keep these open. And is there a way we can check if it reloaded?
Events?
Yeah, I was about to see what
History?
CDP error or nothing.
I think it's
Huh.
it's a easier it's like nicer code and overall like easier to read the browser history.
Oh, that's interesting. Does a reload appear in the browser history though? I don't think it does.
Yeah, why would it?
CDP. So this is this thing we get, right? Our handle. Let me just look at what handle is. No, handle. Okay.
Perhaps we can call next. We don't like. Oh, but
I
we
don't know
get
how
the.
many events are. I don't even know what this whole. Oh,
We don't need to do this in a separate thread. I think we
hard
have
to
the
say.
handler. We don't. Here, the example moved it into a separate thread. But why do we need to do that? Can't we just like do something and then call next?
I don't know. I'm gonna read the docs to find
If
out.
it has if
So
it
let's
buffers
see.
those events, or maybe the browser doesn't even send them until.
It does not tell us. The handler.
It monitors the state of the Chromium browser and drives it drives them.
And it also returns a browser.
Well, if it drives them and we do next, then I think we're in the right paradigm.
Well, let's read
Or
a
maybe
little
not,
further.
because
Could we also
we
get a
are
browser?
also awaiting for the results of our various methods. So we would wait forever if it's not executing.
I assume this all makes more sense if you're familiar with the whatever the protocol is it's talking to Chromium with. All right, we got our
Drives
handler. What does
the
it
key
yield?
words here are drives all the requests and events.
Whatever that means.
Well, requests are requests that we make of the browser, like
Right.
navigate.
Are you assuming that what is it? Browser has a reference to handler internally, but it also exposes it to us? What is?
I'm not sure how
I'm not sure either.
internally those details, but my theory is that if you call something like new page and then await it, and
Okay, yeah, I think awaiting is just because here's everything it returns. All it does is return errors. So this is kind of just surely there's got to be something about. Okay, if we also have a page. A page. What kind of page? A page. Okay. Event listener, and we probably get an event stream into event kind. Okay, what kind of events can we get? Is there a reload event? Event target reloaded after crash.
Try just load.
A load is a good. Hold on, let me go to the top. Event load complete. Okay, I assume this will fire. So as long as oop, my scroll is all messed up in Ghosty. Yeah, okay. So yeah, let me mob on over to you. So we'll just add an event listener for that particular event, and I guess the handle is just like a little pump, and we just have to keep waiting it.
Well, it's one way. I think that's one way of architecting this. There are probably more ways to architect this test.
You want to do like a did reload kind of thing? Because basically, once we edit the file, we're just waiting for it to reload, right? And we don't know. That'll happen anytime between, now and the next 10 minutes.
We need to think of this in terms of tasks. When tasks are, and there can be concurrent tasks. So when we do, for example, on line 81, we are creating a task only when it is awaited, and concurrently when handler task next. You see that next on line 73?
On line 73. Right. Are you saying that next is what's causing the every message between us?
I'm saying awaiting on that task, even if that task is not awaited, and we will keep awaiting on line 82 forever. That's what I'm saying.
I think so, yes.
That handler drives requests, and that is a request on line 81.
Right.
So, but nothing is forcing us to have this in this loop on line 73.
Right. But how many
we don't
times
have to architect it this way. We can architect it in a different way.
Is there any reason to do one or the other?
Yes, I think so, because if we are kind of pairing requests and events.
Right.
I'm not sure that I can totally visualize all
okay,
of
I'm
the.
imagining here's the like order of the time wise is you load the page, right? We assert the page is loaded. We make an edit to the file, and then at some point we basically have to assert the browser did reload, right? The thing is we have to do everything. We have to listen for everything before we send the event to do it. So we want to like listen for a reload, and then edit the file.
Sorry,
and then await
what
that.
is going on here with this web page? Something. Oh, my last invocation was mob next for some reason.
Oh,
sorry. Let me do a mob start 3. Not sure what I did not do here. Okay.
I mean, wouldn't line 100 wait forever if we don't have the Tokyo spawn on the handle? If we're not awaiting the handle?
Yes. So we would have to wait for both tasks in concurrently
Yeah,
at the same
which
time,
is why we have two threads.
right? But this is not the only. But spawning a thread is not the only way to, because we want to say something like, here's a request, and now await some events, and like only now we are starting to expect some events to occur. Some events we don't care about, but this here event we want
Yeah.
to assert that it occurred.
Yeah, don't we want to do page.add listener or whatever it is? And then we add a listener for load?
Add listener.
Or whatever that was whatever the docs were I was looking at earlier. I don't remember.
Rolling on left side. Page.
Yeah, just go to the page. The page.
Page. I'm confused. GA. Page. Listener.
Yeah, so we add an event listener, and then we get a stream of those events, and then we can basically, once we have the listener, we can send off the request, and then we can await it later.
Await it later.
Well, we have
Example
to add,
listen for a custom event. Do you want me to read this? The examples?
Yeah, sure.
But this is a custom event, so that's not really coupled with like. No, it's not really. It's not really it. But there's wait for navigation.
Yeah, I think I would bet that that's implemented, and yeah, I think that'll do.
So we don't need an event. We just wait for the navigation to occur.
Probably, yes. I think that would
But
be
we
the
have to
same.
start waiting for navigation to occur before we.
That's why I think we want to add the event listener first. So we do like event listener, then the type of the event listener is like a load event. Oh, here, let me get what I'm picking up, what I'm putting down. Here you go. All right.
What is the language
Mob S7.
construct?
So here's roughly is what I'm imagining we do is we go like page dot event listener, and it has to be like a load event, right? So then this is, and then we'll do like fs or whatever, write file, and then we'll like await the load events dot next. Does that make sense?
That assumes that some buffer is collecting those events.
That is, I assume how that. Yes, I assume when you add the event listener, they won't be dropped. That is, yeah. I feel like they would not be if an event comes in and your thread is paused. I don't think it would drop the event. Let's look at the event listener. Receive events, all notify with the same event. Multiple listeners, same event is possible. Custom events round being deserial. Okay, we don't care about
These
that.
are not even, no, sorry. These are HTML. This is DOM events.
These are DOM events. Isn't that what we want though? If we go to like, because the event kinds, the kind of events that are pre-built for us, we have event load complete.
These are not DOM events. These are whatever this protocol called events, the WebDriver protocol.
These are here. These are protocol events. These aren't DOM events. So I think these are already like impls of into event, right? These are. So I assume if we go to complete event mirrors the load complete event sent by the browser to load complete. I assume this is what we want. I assume when you reload a page, you get multiple load completes.
Mm-hmm. And as to the buffering?
That is a good question, but
Right.
I mean, I can't imagine it wouldn't buffer, right? Because that means anytime your thread is frozen, it would just drop. If your thread isn't scheduled or your
Okay. What other methods exist on page?
we have a
Let's
lot.
just go through these.
All right. You can see all these?
Yes. Oops. Okay, evaluate stuff, event listener, execute, expose function, find element. We are expecting the browser to do something, to suddenly navigate, right?
Yes.
And we want to like be that to be a result of us writing files. You know what? The theory that we need to be listening to that event before we write the files, that might not be right. I mean,
Well,
I don't want to create
it
a
has
race
to be
condition.
right? Because what could happen is our our thread could freeze right as soon as we write that file, and then the browser all that could happen, and we never edit a listener. So
You mean we'd be creating a race conditioner?
yeah. Well, I mean, like
Right?
logically, we have to maybe this library already does listen for events, but necessarily we have to be listening to events before we fire the event, right? Because our thread could be paused indefinitely. It could be paused for a whole minute, and the browser could already do everything until our next line runs.
Well, there are mechanisms for doing things in like.
What do you mean?
Think about that.
Like in general,
What's the mechanism for the Tokio API for what we want to do here? We want to await for one value, start waiting for that value, and
well, you don't want to
then
await because you're freezing your thread. I mean, you could await in another thread, I guess.
yes, like, and that's what I'm asking, not as like a pure language feature, but a Tokio feature that
Oh, I
lets
mean,
us.
between threads, you'd be using like a pipe or something, right? Or some kind of stream.
Are you familiar with all the various Tokio features?
A bit.
For example, select was like all. It's like if you have
for
multiple
tasks.
yes, you can like merge them all and say, I'm going to. Here are 2 tasks. Now start awaiting all of them.
The thing is, we have to make sure our listen has gone all the way through before we can go and write to the file. We have to make sure that's fully registered, right?
So what's the API for?
Well, I assume when we listen, so going back to this, I have to assume that when this returns, this gives us a stream back. And once this returns, we are definitely listening.
So I think it's a spawn and then an all. Let's call it all because I don't remember. So it's a spawn this, and then an all of both writing and joining what we spawned.
That would work, yeah. But I don't think the join would just be kind of the equivalent of just awaiting the stream, right?
It's not.
It's not.
S- The
Explain that.
the the spawn already does that. When you spawn, you've
Well, but here's if you spawn both at the same time, we have to make sure
it's
our
not at the
listen
same
has.
time.
Well, but as soon as a spawn happens, the two things are happening at the same time. You have no, you can't control who's scheduled next.
Spawn only the listening.
Spawn only the listening. Okay.
Yeah.
But then the spawn, once the spawn of the listening happens, that we have to ensure it executes all the way to the point that it is actually listening, right?
Yes.
So then we have to communicate that back to the main thread. We have two threads, right? And we can't control where in execution we are between the two. So you have to then start.
Well, that depends on the API of that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Then we have to use some synchronization mechanism to communicate back to the main thread.
Unless there is like it's built into the API that the Chrome.
I think it is. I assume this right here would work fine. Oop. And then we just like this. I don't see why this wouldn't work. Like it sounds like what you want to do is you want to have like a like Tokyo spawn and then put this in here, right? Am I understanding any of that right? And then but the problem is outside we have to make sure this has executed before we write this. Or if we wanted to do like page wait for navigation, we have to make sure that this is half started before we do this.
In both cases, we have to.
Yeah, we have to make sure it's registered.
Explicitly spawning and not. No, because what you suggested that without spawning.
Yes. Just yeah.
Then, like, where is the buffer that captures those events on the browser?
Where's the buffer? Yeah, or it's either or. I have to imagine.
So when you get the event stream,
this event stream comes from inner HTTP future, which. It's probably just like the internal event loop. HTTP future. Wait, what? Oh, this is annoying Rust type shenanigans. Page inner. Oh well, I did.
It's you need an editor to follow.
Yeah, I didn't want to start exploring without an LSP. Your concern is that so we have event listener and then we pass it. What are these? We pass it event load complete. So your concern is this right here.
We certainly don't await there because that will never occur. The event will never occur.
No. You're thinking. So it gives us a stream back.
For event now. Yeah.
Yeah. Event listener gives us a stream. So you got the type signature wrong. Oh, is this? Wait, hold on. I always forget how this works in Rust. Do I need?
So if it's a stream,
shenanigans,
it must be like buffered somewhere.
Well, I mean, it has to be. It necessarily has to be because we could be unscheduled at any point. You know.
You're saying it necessarily has to be. Well, I don't mind writing that code and seeing it working as
I mob next, so
possible progress.
You're just writing things out. I mean, it has to be buffered somewhere, because if it wasn't, it would mean that having a thread with a pipe or with a stream would drop messages anytime it wasn't scheduled.
We don't need these here.
What?
We don't need an assertion. We just need to load
It'd be
the
nice to
page.
have an assertion that the page loaded correctly, just cause.
I think that's it.
New page. Yeah, but I feel like it would be nice to have a, hey, let's make sure that it loaded this thing that we just wrote to TMP with the correct title.
Create a new browser page.
I mean, it can't hurt you.
Page, await, and then what am I? Load, wait for, I don't know what, Chromium. Was this it?
Wait, I think we should bring back the
Page.
check for title, just to make sure we're like everything's hunky dory.
Isn't there a method for that?
For checking the title?
For checking,
Oh,
for
get title.
just
There
the
you go.
page loaded.
Page.get title.
Well, that's nice. We can use that there. Don't need title equals. Something like title.
I think that's our previous
Yes.
test.
It is. We don't need any
I
of that.
see. Okay, I gotcha.
Wait. Unwrap. And
I'd put that title test in there too, just because,
that title equals page. Wait. Unwrap.
Oh.
What did I do? Let event stream equals page. Add listen event listener. And unwrap. Await. Unwrap. Await. Unwrap. Of unknown.
Oh yeah, and it has to be
Of
of whatever that type was. The crazy one.
Did event.
I forget where it was under. It was. I just looked in the docs. Code.
Bad completion. Not into event kind.
Would have to implement into event kind, but it's one of the impls. I've never had a lot of success with completing every possible impl of a trait. Is there a way to do that?
I don't think so. That's an enum.
Just search on the whole thing, just
Built
like
in and custom. That's not it.
I think CDP is the protocol between us and the browser, not this guy. Event load complete.
Event. Bad completion.
How does that happen?
It's a bug.
And you gotta await that.
Should probably replace my completion mechanism.
It's doing some interesting things. This is regular Vim with plugins.
Vim.
Oh, gotcha. Huh.
Event stream. We have an event stream.
Yep.
Of that. FS, right? Where do we write
Should be
to?
that index path, whatever
Yeah.
it.
Index, right? Index path.
We should
Index path.
index path, but yeah.
New contents.
Just change that a little bit.
Can we drop the Korean here? Whatever it is. Initial contents. Raw string. Syntax error. Semi. Unwrap.
Or wait,
Regular.
unwrap.
Modified contents. Perhaps we also see that do maybe
No,
we
we can
don't
get title
need
after new title.
modified
Yeah.
document. We can remove the body contents. Oops. Index path is moved. Let's borrow here and there. So that should have moved us towards
All right.
the goal.
Wait, I'll do one more, and then I'm gonna hop off after this. All right. Let's see. Boop. Wait, what? Cannot clean. Oh, probably because I was making edits while you're talking. Okay. There we go. All right. How's this look? So we got these variable load events. All right, and then we expect to be able to await this guy, and I assume it's event stream dot next dot await. Oh. And we'll have to bring that. Wait, do I need to unwrap it? I shouldn't have to unwrap an. Do I need to unwrap an arc?
I
It
think
just
you can.
derefs. I think it refs right
Yeah,
through.
you can. Yeah.
Okay. Event load. Oh, it knows the type. It's very nice of them.
Well, we told it to type.
Yeah. Create. And do we get anything on here? New document root node. I don't know. Okay, we'll imagine.
We don't need anything. We don't need to observe the value here. We just get
we don't. Title modify document. Okay. Does page automatically update itself behind the scenes? Is that how that works? If we call it multiple times, is it just gonna? We'll see what happens.
Page is not a value. It's a handle. It's an API.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Uh-oh. Already in use. I thought. Did we leak? Actually, What? What's listening on? Hold on.
We have two tests that call the same,
Ah,
use the
yes,
same
right.
port.
That.
Just change the port in one of them.
All right.
Move the const into the scope.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn it on the second one just to. A. Does this
Well,
work?
it's in two places.
It's in
It's
two
not.
places. Oh
Yes, it's
yeah.
used in the browser as well. So
All
move
right, I'll move
each
it in. I'll move it in. I was
const
gonna.
into.
Mm. So it runs all our tests in parallel. That. Okay, so it looks like it is. I'm guessing frozen on this await here. That is interesting. Index.js. Oh, because we have this here. Okay, let me remove that.
Yes, right. That should not exist.
I don't think that was actually what was failing it, but might as well. Okay, so I'm guessing it's hung on this here. Is GDB what's the Rust GDB? Rust GDB. Okay. Is
Not
it an
from.
easy way to run this on tests?
I'm not familiar.
Okay. Do you? I've not.
Print line debugging.
Okay. I think this should be under build. Oh, geez. Okay. Where is next test? Yeah, I don't want to figure this out right now. I'll throw a print line in there and see what happens.
I do print ePrint line.
ePrint line. That's a standard error. Okay. Oh, cargo test. It'd be nice to be able to build or to just run under Rust. I don't know if Rust GDB story is very good though. Failure. What? '86? Over here? Why are we failing over here? Unable to launch a browser? Failed to create browser. This means multiple instances.
Fail to create
Oh.
process singleton for your profile directory.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't like. So we need. Is this supposed to be a global browser that we share between? Can we just have Tokyo test single thread just to oh, flavor multi-thread single.
The default
Wait,
runtime is single threaded.
that's confusing. Hmm.
It's single threaded, but it is concurrent.
Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
And if it's
Is there a
concurrent and we
concurrency
have multiple
setting?
tests, we have to, well, at least
Yeah.
that design means that we should probably be reusing the browser.
Yeah, it's just gonna be annoying to Rust is maybe it's not as annoying in Rust to share between
It's not.
multiple
It's fine.
not too annoying. Okay. They probably they handle the arcing and the mutexing for us. All right, well that's gonna be it for me tonight. Yeah. All right.
How do I stop your screen share?
Oh, I just hit stop myself. I gave up on. It worked.
Did it though? What's going on?
You don't
Is
have
this
it. You're
because
not.
of my layout? Right, because my layout is static.
What's
Fine,
going on?
whatever. Good work, Mason. Thank you
Yeah.
for watching.